Hey, what is up, everybody? Hello and Happy New Year. Here we are in 2019. Hope you guys all had a fantastic holiday season, got some rest and some rejuvenation. Now you might be feeling ready to start the new year or not. Interestingly enough, what I've been seeing, feeling, and hearing, hi Joanne, it's very interesting this year. Let me just put it that way. So as you know, I do forecast readings and I've already started doing those. Those began back in November. And every year as I start to do the forecast readings, there's a theme that emerges overall for everybody for the next year. And interestingly enough, that didn't really come through. And it's very intriguing to me because I've been doing these readings for 32 years and I don't recall ever having this happen. So what I've been finding too as I've been doing the readings is that there was sort of this time disconnect where you would expect to have a ramp up energy or a new energy wasn't vibing with that particular time of year. So what I've been seeing is that January really isn't feeling like the start of a new year for people. And a lot of people have corroborated that. They've like, I don't know, they're like, I just, doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't feel like I have this big boost of motivation. And the word I kind of keep hearing over and over is that it feels kind of flat, right? And so this is really interesting because I don't feel like the new year, let's say, has started yet, considering that time is a human construct, right? It doesn't really exist in the universe. So we feel January 1st marks the start of a new year, but it's kind of like, you guys got to finish up some stuff first, and then we're going to get you set up to really kick off the new year. And that feels to me like that's going to actually happen more into the time frame around May. So you're really going to have to keep our eyes and ears open for what the heck May is going to bring. It's got some very big energy around it. So we're really going to be, like I say, keeping our eyes open for all of that. Now, having said that, it's the other message that's been coming up is that this is the time to really plan and get ready for when that energy kicks in, so that it's not then that we're starting to kind of figure out our year. We want to have that plan in hand ahead of time and be well and prepared for that start. Okay, so I want to share an exercise with you that this is a perfect time right now to be working on, so that you do have, kind of like a bullseye target that you're working towards this year, right? I know a lot of people don't like the word goals because they feel like, oh, whenever I set a goal, I never meet it. So automatically I feel like it's a self-defeating kind of a mechanism. So you don't have to use the word goals. The word is clarity. Like everything stems from clarity. If you want to do something, you have to be clear on what it is you're trying to create, right? Like, if you want to have a really big party or wedding, you don't just start picking up the phone and calling people and booking. Like you kind of have a theme, or you have a picture in your mind of what that's going to look and feel like, what it is you're trying to bring to life, what it is that you want to create, the feeling that you want to have around that day. Who are the people that you want to surround yourself with for that big event? And that's really the sense of planning, like what we want to bring in our planning of what we are trying to create each and every year. So as I said, I wanted to share with you guys a really cool exercise. I recommend you start by doing it now, and then again in about 5-6 months from now, pull it out again and use it as a checkpoint to see, are you on target to continue finishing off the year strong, or at that point in time, are there going to be some tweaks and changes that are necessary to keep you on target? So this is really the idea. If you guys like images, this is, you're creating your bullseye target of what you are aiming towards this year. You're going to kind of put your blinders on to everything else out there, all the influences, everybody's talking to you, all the noise out there, right? And just stay the course. And if you do that, you will finish your year popping the bubbly, feeling like, wow, this was probably the best year of my life. So if you're in for that, give me a hands up, give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts, let me know if that's what you want. Because if you do, then you're in the right place to hear about what I'm going to share with you. All right, so this activity is called a life review. It's not fancy, it's not anything, you know, crazy. It's pretty basic. All you need is a piece of paper and a marker or a pen. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a big circle, okay? And you're gonna split it up into 6 parts, and you're gonna label them with key areas of your life, right? So you can see here I've got health, right? I've got relationships, I've got fun, I've got spirituality, career, and finances, because those are kind of the key components of our life, right? And if you want to make different components, you can. If you want to subdivide some of these, like under relationships, you might want to put like romantic relationships and friendships and family relationships, work relationships, whatever. So you can subdivide if you want to, but just for simplicity, you know, we'll keep it as relationships. Okay, so you're going to do that. And then what you're going to do is ask yourself, what would be ideal in this area of my life? Not what would be okay or what would be good enough or, you know, all right. You want to be like, what would be the ultimate? What is so key for me to have in this area that it's like my oxygen? That it's so critical to my happiness, to my well-being, that this is really, really important to me at my deepest core, right? So for health, you might say what that looks like for you, the ultimate health would be vitality, feeling energy, feeling strong, having vigor, right? Those might be some keywords that you would put in there, right? We want to, again, keep it focused on things you want, not on don't want. So if you do have a health challenge, you don't want to write things like no pain, you know, no more fill in the blank disease, right? Because that's putting the focus on pain. It's putting the focus on disease. That's not where we want our focus. We want to stay focused on what we want. Complete and perfect health. You could put that in there, complete and perfect health. But really define it. What does that mean? Like I said, it might mean more energy, like feeling vibrant, feeling vigorous, feeling strong, right? So using those types of words, right? So you're going to take some time. This isn't something you're going to do in 2 seconds. You really want to put some time and some thought into this and try to do it when you're not going to be constantly interrupted, and you can really get into this. Okay, you want to like really think again, what would be ideal? What is really crucial for me to feel happy, to feel complete, to feel fulfilled in all of these areas? And part of why this is so important is because through the year, you're all going to have to make choices and decisions at some point, and this really helps ease that process, because then you can say, all right, this is the opportunity that I'm being presented with. Well, where does that match up in my wheel of life? You know, under my finances, it might tick the box. It might say, yeah, this is going to be an awesome opportunity. It's going to have some money there for me. But what about in my, you know, I don't really have home, but like fun, or, you know, my ability to do things outside of work. If that's going to mean for you to have that opportunity, there's going to be a great pay, but it's going to really impact you or compromise what's super important and vital for you in your fun zone or your relationships zone. If there's a couple of zones that are impacted there, that's the cue for you to really reconsider and say, you know what, that is actually going to have to be a pass or a no for me, because I already set, you know, my stake in the ground. I said, this is what is a must for me. This is a non-negotiable. It's what I'm working toward. It's my bullseye target. I'm never going to meet that bullseye target if I go way off course. I have to stay the course and do things that are in alignment with that and that are bringing me closer and closer to that goal. I know we don't want to use the word goal, but bringing me closer to that versus taking me further and further away from that. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up or yeah, or type in something so that I know that this is making sense for you. Okay, so this is like your check-in point, like I said, to help you when you have to make choices and decisions. And it is a great way to kind of help you navigate through the year. And always checking back, am I on target to reach some of these things that I've set up? Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. And you can go back to this as much as you want, but like I said, I do kind of recommend you don't just do it once and tuck it away somewhere and you forget about it. Obviously, that's not going to be beneficial or helpful for you moving through the year, right? This is kind of like a template, but you're gonna probably at points have to make some tweaks and changes. So have it handy, know where it is to kind of help you as you go through the year. Okay, makes sense? This is something that has been really, really helpful. I've used it with clients. They have had some amazing results. I myself have used it. Really love doing this because it does really set you up for a year of awesomeness. It puts you on the trajectory, right? Everything stems, like I said, from clarity. You have to be clear on what you want in order to get it. Because once you know what is ideal and the ultimate for you in all these areas, then you send that message out there. You say, team, angels, guides, my deceased loved ones, whoever you like to work with, now bring me these things or something even better. Remember, we kind of have a limited view of what's possible for us. The universe is limitless. So we don't want to limit ourselves in any way. We can say, please bring me this or something even better. If they've got something better in mind in terms of finances, heck, bring it on over, right? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to get clear on what you want, and then you're going to start asking for help. That 2018 theme of ask for help is continuing this year. We still have a lot of work to do in that area. We're getting better, but we're not there yet. So the way you're going to achieve the ultimate in all these areas is one, by putting your focused attention on it, knowing what is important to you, making your choices and decisions in alignment with that. So that's number one. Number two is asking for help from others that can help you get there. So that's real people in real life that can possibly help you, connect you, all of that. And then again, asking for help from your spiritual team and letting them get to work behind the scenes to start bringing the right people in front of you, the right opportunities in front of you, to give you the money to support you with what you're trying to create and all of that. And when you put all those things together, it is total awesomeness. Hey, Glenda, nice to have you here. All right, so it all starts from this simple little piece of paper, circle a few ruler marks. You don't even have to use a ruler, right? You can make it fancy if you want. You might want to put this up and keep it visible all year in front of you. That would be fantastic, right? What is optimal for you in each of these areas? Not good enough, not okay. What is friggin' awesome? What does that look like? And be specific as much as you can in all of those areas. And use this to guide you through your year. Like I said, it is like a bullseye target. So you may want to have it in front of you where you're looking at that every day. How am I getting there? That's what I want. That's what is optimal. But how am I going to do that? Right? And remember, you're not doing it by yourself. It's not a vacuum. You've got a ton of support from people around you, your team and spirit, and all of that, right? So hopefully that feels helpful. And if it does, please, please, please share it. Life, honestly, is not meant to be a struggle, right? It is our birthright to have an amazing life, a fun life with everything that we need, not to be scraping and clawing and trying to make things happen, right? And that's why I get so fired up about teaching people to use their inner guidance. Because when you follow your inner guidance, it's easy. You know where to turn, where to go straight, and all of that, right? So that combined with this is a powerhouse. Okay, so keep that in mind. We're going to continue to work on your inner GPS this year and build your intuitive muscle. And if you also want to have more clarity and insight to 2019 and what each month is all about and which key insights come up for each month and what you need to focus on and pay attention to each month, then I'm still doing 2019 forecast readings. They're just $147. You're going to get it recorded, you're going to get a photo of your cards, and you're going to get 5 additional bonuses, which include a mini reading in June to check in and see where you are in your life review and your plan for the year and all of that. So I'll put a link below where you can get more information, or you can book. We can do them in person or by phone or on a Zoom call where we can see each other. Either of any of those ways works fantastic. And I'd love to do that for you, so you actually come out of that reading with something very targeted and specific to you, and to every single month you're going to know what you need to be on the aware of for every single month. And it is like having an actual map in front of you to follow through for the year. Okay, so there's a few spots left. I'm doing them till the end of January, and then whoosh, it's shut down until next year. So don't wait. If this is something you think will be helpful, and I know it is, because like I said, I've been doing them for 32 years, definitely check it out. And if you have questions, reach out. I'm happy to answer your questions. Okay, so that's what I've got for you guys today. A little bit of homework, but it is well worth your time, trust me, to take advantage of this. Because like I said, it's kind of like this little reprieve the universe has given us. It's not quite ready yet to really push us into the new year. We kind of have this breathing space right now. They're saying, get your shit together, get your plan together, be ready. Because man, when that switch gets turned on and that energy is about going forward, things are gonna happen fast. You're not going to have time to plan and figure things out at that point because your head's going to be spinning. So do it now when we have this little lull, okay? So again, if that was helpful, if this is helpful, share it, let others know. Whew. All right, guys, that's been it for me. I've taken up enough of your time. Have a magnificent day, and we will see you next week for another episode of Get Into It. Talk to you then.